Good morning, everybody. This is Sravan Kumar, a Workday practice resource. I'm concentrating on training, consulting, application development. To know more about me, you can get information on my LinkedIn profile, or you can log into sravankc.godaddysearch.com. sravankc.godaddysearch.com, where you will have more information about me. Today, I would like to present myself about Workday implementation techniques. Workday implementation techniques. And this article is posted in LinkedIn. You can access LinkedIn too also on my LinkedIn profile. And this particular presentation is more on Workday implementation techniques with reference to the freshers as well as seniors. How the management can utilize the services of the freshers in implementation as well as seniors in implementation. So, the implementation techniques is captured in the form of a business scenario. Let me present myself the first business scenario of Workday implementation techniques. Most of the implementations will be as is in the industry. When they captured business requirement study of the client and made a document on that, most of the cases it will be as is. Otherwise, you need to customize it as per the client need. And when I say that most of the functionality it is as is, in the sense it matches the product. When it matches the product, the configuration part comes into the picture. When the configuration comes into the picture, the availability of the resources and their experience comes into the reality. If a team is having a mixed resources of freshers as well as seniors, or if a team which possesses more freshers within a minimum seniors, or a team which possesses only seniors also, they can do the implementation. So if in reality, if a team consists of freshers as well as seniors in implementation, how best we can take their enterprise skills in implementation? When the client needs matches the ERP product, when the client needs matches ERP product, application functionality plays a vital role. When the client needs matches ERP product, the application functionality plays a vital role in ERP implementation. To capture the application functionality, one must understand thoroughly at field level, the field level concept. Once the field level concept is thoroughly understood, it is very easy to understand the client needs in implementation. Application functionality plays a vital role, and application functionality connectivity. When application functionality plays a vital role, then the connectivity part plays a vital role. If we look into the ERP implementations dynamically, the application consists of functionality at single level, and the functionality it may matches with multiple, or it may appear, or the significance of the application functionality displays in multi-vertical too also. So once you configure the functionality at one particular application level, you can recall the same functionality in another application of its significance in nature. When we are talking about application functionality is more important in implementation. Eligibility criteria. When we talk about eligibility criteria, when we talk about the eligibility criteria, who can configure this application, or who can develop the application? The eligibility criteria, if you take in the form of resources, let me take the business scenario. One is freshers, and there is experienced people. Experienced people are the resources who had already implemented implementations. The freshers, they are ready to take the implementations for the company purposes. When the application functionality is more important, when the application functionality is more important for implementations, then the eligibility criteria comes. Who is going to configure it? Who is going to develop it? Then resources, obviously, finally resources. When we talk about the resources, then the resources has segmented into freshers as well as experience. So the organization wants to give an opportunity to the freshers as well as the experience to take the implementation in the right way. In ERP implementation, 4Cs plays a vital role. 4Cs plays a vital role for successful ERP implementations. In ERP implementations, 4Cs plays a successful role. For this 4Cs for the freshers as well as experienced too also. What are the 4Cs? One is communication. Communication plays a vital role in ERP implementation within the technology team or technology versus client team. How good you communicate it to the end user, the results flows effectively. The correspondence. The communication can be built in correspondence. Correspondence can be built in various forms as per the need of the implementation. When the correspondence flows, the purpose of the correspondence parameter is it has to be clarity in nature. When the clarity is available from application and documentation captured, then implementation goes very easily. And the clarity comes into the picture when the technology partner as well as the client team will sit together and start implementing the process of the application development or application design. Then the clarity comes into the picture, and it will be easy for the document, and it is very easy to go to the next level. When this 3C's happens, then the 4C comes into the picture is commitment. The commitment automatically will be fulfilled. Business scenario 2. How to implement supervisory organization in Workday. How to implement supervisory organization in Workday. So, how to implement supervisory organization in Workday. The implementation of Workday Hcm, and we would like to implement Hcm. What is the primary organization structure in Workday? Is supervisory organization. To implement supervisory organization from the resources perspective, and to configure application, and as we discussed, application functionality plays a vital role. And to implement a supervisory organization, we require prerequisites. One is reorganization, another is location. Okay. To implement reorganization locations, the resources eligibility criteria to be captured. One is freshers, one is experience. Who can handle it? For example, business scenario like this. To implement supervisory organization, we defined the prerequisites. One is reorganization and location. Reorganization capabilities and location capabilities can be configured, can be configured and saved by the freshers with the help of a proper training and experienced resources support. When freshers, when the freshers got the opportunity to configure, they can they can configure reorganization as an individual task, location as an individual task. They'll save it. The next level, the senior resources, when he implements the supervisory organization, what are the parameters? Reorganization and location. He can recall the reorganization, he can go through the reorganization, and then he can assign the reorganization to the supervisory organization. And once he move into the inside of the application, he can recall the location as per the client business requirement. He can assign it dynamically. In this process, there is a effort there is a effort from resources who is not having experience and experienced people. They, in a combined manner, gets fruits in terms of operational efficiency as well as ROI. A fresher can be groomed to the next level to take multiple application. A senior resources can handle multiple projects for the organizations. So such types of configurations lie where we can take the enterprise skills of the resources as per the situation. So the resources, when we talk about freshers also, we can take them in a right manner. We can take them in a right proposition where their efforts also can be can be published or configured into the implementation perspective. So such configurations where the companies may take the help of junior as well as senior resources also. The most important feature for freshers as well as senior is application dynamics. If a resources who captures application, he can win multiple implementations in a right perspective. Thank you. Thank you very much.